Hi everybody. In this video, I'm going to be answering the question, how to know what you need to apply for to enter the UK. So in the UK, you'll need an ETA or a visa. And now what will determine what you will need to apply for will depend on two main factors. And this is where I need you to pay serious attention to what I'm about to say. Hi, my name is Lola, and on this channel, I educate you. Please subscribe so that this channel can keep running. Thank you very much. Like I said, there are two major things that you need to pay attention to if you want to apply to come into the UK. And these two factors will determine whether you'll be applying for an ETA or you'll be applying for a visa. Number one is your nationality. And the second one will be the reason you're coming to the UK. With respect to nationality qualification, just see the video I made on ETA. In that video, I detailed what an ETA is. I also gave a list of the countries whose nationals do not need a visa to come into the UK, but they do need an ETA to visit the UK. I encourage you to watch that video because you're going to be benefiting a lot from that video. If you're from Europe, you're from United States of America, you're from Australia, or you're from Canada and some other countries, and of course 2 African countries are also on that list, you do need an ETA, not a visa, to come into the UK. Remember that there are two factors that will determine what you need to apply for. The first one being the nationality and the second one being the reason you're coming into the UK. Now at this point, let's proceed into understanding the reason you're coming into the UK, because these two factors, they work together. Both of them will determine what you need to apply for when you want to enter the UK. Let's assume you're coming into the UK to visit a family, or you're coming to see a friend, or you're coming for tourism or for business trip, or you're coming from a short-term study and you want to spend 6 months or more. In that instance, what you need to apply for is a visa. I hope you understand that. This is because with an ETA, you cannot stay in the UK more than 6 months. So if you're coming for any other kind of visit and you'll be spending more than 6 months in the UK, you will have to apply for a visa. Also, if you intend to work in the UK or you want to gain work experience, whether the work is paid or unpaid, you have to get a visa to do this. If you want to set up your own business and you want to be self-employed, you will need a visa to come into the UK. Another instance when you need a visa instead of an ETA is if you want to live in the UK through frequent visits or successive visits. If you want to use that method to live in the UK, then you will have to apply for a visa, not an ETA. Also, if you intend to get married, or you want to register a civil partnership, or you want to give a notice of marriage or a notice of civil partnership, what you need to apply for is a visa, not an ETA. And I also need you to know that if you have an ETA, you cannot and must not claim public fund. In all of the instances I mentioned above, you cannot apply for an ETA. What you need to apply for is a visa. Even though your country is on the list of countries whose nationals do not need a visa to come into the UK. All right, remember that I said earlier that there are two major things you need to pay attention to if you want to apply, whether for a visa or for an ETA. The first one is your nationality, and the very second one is the reason you are coming into the UK. I hope this is very clear now. And it is also good practice for you to check what you need to apply for, whether you need to apply for a visa or you need to apply for an ETA, so that you do not end up wasting money. This is because the fact that you've got an ETA does not guarantee entrance into the UK. All right, so make sure that you find out properly and you check properly which you need, whether you will be applying for an ETA or you're applying for a visa before you travel into the UK. I hope you have learned something from this video. I hope this video is of value to you. Please go ahead and subscribe. I'll be looking forward to your comment, your opinions, and your views about this video today. Till I see you next time, thank you for watching. Bye.